Republican Congresswoman Michele Bachmann from Minnesota.
I think that the Obama campaign is very worried because Americans are just now starting to find out about Bill Ayers and about the questionable connection that Obama has with Bill Ayers. These are legitimate questions, and I think the Obama campaign has the right to be worried because they don't want the American people to know about these connections. I think it's devastating because this is an unrepentant terrorist who says he wishes he would have bombed more people, bombed the Pentagon, bombing Americans. Barack Obama didn't have a mild association with Bill Ayers. He had a very strong association with Bill Ayers. Calls into question what Barack Obama's true beliefs and values and thoughts are. His attitudes, values, and beliefs with Jeremiah Wright on his view of United States, which is negative. Bill Ayers, his negative view of United States. What is it that Barack Obama really believes? And we know that he's the most liberal senator in the United States Senate. Joe Biden is the third most liberal. Harry Reid, liberal. Nancy Pelosi, liberal. You have a troika of the most leftist, a leftist administration in the history of our country.
If you have liberal views, does that mean you have anti-American views? What's the connection? I don't get the connection.
Anti-American
is the point. Anti-American?
The liberals that are Jeremiah Wright and that are Bill Ayers, they're over the top anti-American, and that's the question that Americans have. Remember, it was Michelle Obama who said she's only recently proud of her country. And so these are very anti-American views. That's not the way that most Americans feel about our country. Most Americans, Chris, are wild about America, and they're very concerned to have a president who doesn't share those values.
Okay, you believe that Barack Obama may, you're suspicious because of this relationship, may have anti-American views. Otherwise, it's probably irrelevant to this discussion. So
Absolutely.
You believe it brings into, so you believe that Barack Obama may have anti-American views?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very concerned that he may have anti-American views. That's what the American people are concerned about. That's why they want to know what his answers are. That's why Joe the plumber has figured so highly in the last few days. I think it's people who don't like America, who detest America.
What about people like Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid, the liberals you were mentioning a moment ago? Where would you put them? Would you consider them anti-American as well?
I would consider them to have far leftist views. I'm not going to say if they're anti-American or pro-American.
Well, you were putting them together. You put three words together: liberal, leftist, and anti-American. How do they all fit together? Those three terms: liberal, leftist, and anti-American.
Well, that's a good descriptor for Jeremiah Wright. It's a perfect descriptor for Bill Ayers, and those are friends and people that Obama has pointed to as his mentors. Now, these are very strange anti-American mentors. Right. That's the real question about Barack Obama. Saul Alinsky, one of his teachers, you might say, out of the Chicago area. Tony Rezko, who was an associate also. These are very concerning figures that are in Barack Obama's
I thought Tony Rezko was some business guy. I didn't know he was a leftist anti-American guy.
That's troubling, too.
How many Congress people, members of Congress, do you think are in that anti-American crowd you described?
You'd have to ask them, Chris. I'm focusing on Barack Obama and the people that he's been associating with.
But do you suspect that a lot of people you serve with,
their anti-American nature?
Well, he's a United States Senator from Illinois. He's one of the people you suspect as being anti-American. How many people in the Congress of the United States do you think are anti-American? You've already suspected Barack Obama. Is he alone or are there others? How many do you suspect of your colleagues as being anti-American?
What I would say is that the news media should do a penetrating expose and take a look. I wish they would. I wish the American media would take a great look at the views of the people in Congress and find out, are they pro-America or anti-America? I think people would love to see an expose like that.
Okay, thank you very much. U.S. Congresswoman Michele Bachmann of Minnesota.